Here's some tips for surviving law school. So you've gotten to law school, you've put down your deposit, you've chosen where you want to go to school, and now school is about to start. What do you do? Law school is very different from undergrad in terms of extracurriculars are going to be very different. What you do in your free time is going to be different. The amount you study is, at least for me, was very different. You'll also have a lot more of a rigorous schedule. So what I mean by that is during my first year of law school, I didn't work at all. I did no internships. I didn't do any extra work at a fast food place or a retail store like I had during undergrad. I had spent probably from the time I was 16 until my senior year of undergrad working and doing school. That was absolutely not what was going to happen my 1L year. And I think that because of that, I was able to be a lot more successful than I would have been otherwise. That being said, I had to learn how to manage my time a lot better because I did have this very rigorous law school schedule during 1L, but I also had a lot more free time than I was really used to. So I had to figure out how I was going to work in my studying, how I was going to get interviews or whatever it was that I was doing, and also taking time for myself. My biggest tip besides not working during your first year of law school for me was to stay at school the entire day. Treat it like that was my job. So I would go to class at 9 in the morning and I would leave it at 5 after I've done all of my readings for the day. And that way when I got home, I could just review or watch movies or relax, exercise, do something that would be beneficial to myself to kind of keep that balance. For me, law school was a little weird because I was the COVID class. So I had my first semester in person and my second semester was all online. That meant that I had no second semester grades, and all of my grades for my first year internships were based off of my first semester of law school. Now, hopefully that never happens again, but you really want to focus on that first year of grades and trying to do the best you can. And even if you don't do super well that first semester, learn from your mistakes and take that information over into the next semester. So what did you do well on exams during 1L? What did you not do well during that fall of 1L? And then for spring, then you can implement those changes and really push yourself forward. And I think that is something that I know people who were in law school before me and after me that had full grades for that first year. And that was a really big factor in helping them secure really, really good internships. Now, for internships, you don't have to have the end-all be-all big law internship. If that's what you want, sure, go for it. But my personal suggestion is to try out different things. A lot of people or a lot of places and jobs will do kind of a split summer where you intern half the summer at this place and then half the summer at this place. And I think that for me, that was really important. So I did half of my 1L summer here at Varghese, Summersett, and then I did half of my 1L summer with a civil district judge in Dallas. And I think that really helped narrow in the focus of the things that I wanted to work on, so that by the time I went to my 2L year, I was able to intern at the Federal Public Defender's Office and other criminal defense firms and really focus that energy and feel confident in the decision I was making because I spent my 1L summer trying anything and just being open to new ideas. So the last suggestion I would have once you're in law school, and I think that this goes for 1L, 2L, 3L, the whole time you're there while you're doing internships, is to find balance. My 1L semester, that first semester, I knew that I wanted to go to every TCU football game because I am a big Horned Frog fan, and that was important to me, and that was kind of my reprieve. So on the weekends that I didn't have a TCU football game, I would be spending extra time in the library studying or spending extra time outlining or kind of getting ahead on work, so that I knew that when I went back to Fort Worth from Dallas for a football game, I could just take the whole day to relax. I didn't need to be worrying about what homework am I behind on, what cases have I not read, what things have I not outlined. I was able to just really be in the moment, spend time with my friends and family, and enjoy being able to relax. And I know other people, they would always go with their boyfriend or girlfriend on Wednesday, and always Wednesday night was always their thing, their time to always watch whatever show or do something. Then in the later years of my law school experience, I really wanted to make sure I was spending more time with my boyfriend. So I would have Saturdays for TCU football and Wednesdays for myself and my boyfriend, and we would go do something fun, just to get each of us out of the house because we were both in graduate school at that point. And I think that that was something that was very, very important and kind of helped me keep myself even keel so that when I went to study, I was very in focus. I was very in tune with what I needed to do. I didn't mess around a lot because when it was time to study, it was time to study because I knew if I didn't do it then, I would miss out on these things that were really important to me. So finding that balance of things that are really important that you don't want to give up to kind of protect your own like self-interest kind of thing, but while also maintaining your academic rigor is a really, really important thing. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below. Otherwise, you can visit us at varghesestexas.com.